Ethiopia, a country that holds the long bones of humanity, the first tastes of coffee, and some of the fastest feet on earth. From the high plateaus of Axum to the smoking salts of the Danakil, life here feels ancient and immediate all at once. In this film we'll trace the footprints, fossil and human, visit sacred churches hewn from stone, taste the ceremony that shaped coffee culture, meet wildlife found nowhere else on earth, and run through the neighborhoods and histories that make Ethiopia, Ethiopia. Start with the oldest headline. In 1974, a team working in Hadar, in the Afar region, uncovered a partial skeleton of Australopithecus afarensis, nicknamed Lucy, dated to about 3.2 million years ago. Lucy's pelvis and knee showed she walked upright. She rewrote how scientists think bipedalism and human evolution unfolded. Visitors still stop at the National Museum in Addis to stand quietly beside those bones, an immediate, surprising link to deep time. Fast forward across millennia to the Age of Kingdoms. Axum, in northern Ethiopia, rose as a trading empire between the 1st and 8th centuries. It minted coins and adopted Christianity under King Azana, putting Ethiopia on the map of early Christian civilizations. Later, in the highlands, King Lalibela and the Zagwe dynasty carved a New Jerusalem, 11 rock-hewn churches still alive with worship today. Pilgrims walk their tunnels as they have for 900 years. The 20th century brought extremes. Emperor Haile Selassie symbolized a modernizing monarchy until the Derg, a Marxist military committee, deposed him in 1974. The Derg's rule was marked by violent purges and the Red Terror, followed by civil war and catastrophic famine that reshaped Ethiopia's society. In the 1990s and 2000s, new political orders rose and fell. In 2018, Abiy Ahmed's reforms and a peace deal with Eritrea won international praise and the Nobel Peace Prize. But the country's path has remained complex and at times violent in recent years. Addis Ababa is the daily pulse, a jumble of boulevards, highlands air, and the giant Mercado, one of Africa's largest open-air markets. The National Museum sits on the city's spine, hosting Lucy's casts and archaeological stories. Head north to Bahir Dar, Lake Tana's monasteries float on islands, boatmen ferry visitors past frescoed churches to the Blue Nile Falls, Tissa Bay, the smoking water. In the east, Harar's narrow lanes and fortified walls hum with traders and a famously odd partnership. The city's hyena-feeding tradition draws curious travelers, a living custom with deep roots. Ethiopia calls itself the birthplace of coffee. The legend of Kaldi, a goat herder who noticed spirited goats after eating red cherries and kaffa, may be myth, but the plant Coffea arabica does originate in Ethiopia's forests. Coffee is not just a crop here, it's a ritual, the Buna ceremony, a daily thread of social life. Regions like Yirgacheffe, Sidamo, and Harar carry distinct flavor signatures, floral and citrus notes from the south, heavier ancient profiles from Harar in the east. For coffee lovers, a cupping in Addis or a farm visit is mandatory. Ethiopia's highlands have produced a lineage of champions. Abebe Bikila ran barefoot to win the 1960 Olympic marathon in Rome. The moment etched Ethiopia into global sporting memory. Later generations, Haile Gebrselassie, Kenenisa Bekele, Tirunesh and Genzebe Dibaba among them, shattered world records and became national icons. Bekoji, a small town in Arsi, reads like a map of champions. Athletes train up and down ridgelines where the air is thin and the discipline is thick. If you climb the Simien Mountains, you enter a world found almost nowhere else. The Walia ibex, an endemic wild goat, clings to the cliffs. The loosely named Simien fox is actually the Ethiopian wolf, a slender red-coated canid and one of the world's rarest carnivores. Both species are fragile. The Walia's range is tiny, and the wolf's populations are fragmented on high plateaus like Bale and Simien. Conservationists warn these animals are under pressure from habitat loss, disease, and human encroachment. Ethiopia's geography is violent and beautiful. The Danakil Depression is one of the hottest, lowest places on Earth, painting landscapes in neon sulfur and salt. In contrast, the Bale Mountains rise to an alpine world where the Ethiopian wolf hunts tiny rodents on the Seneti Plateau. Food keeps the country together. Injera, the sour soft flatbread from Tef, is a daily table for millions. Coffee houses and the rhythms of Ethio jazz keep evenings warm. And life, despite political shocks, is full of market laughter, church festivals, and the persistence of community. Ethiopia is many things at once. A cradle, a kingdom, a coffee cup, a training track, a conservation front line. Its stories are layered, some ancient as Lucy's bones, some fresh as the steam from your cup. To meet Ethiopia is to meet an old world that keeps insisting on renewing itself.